Now on 4, we join Paula Yates in a strange land in pursuit of the elusive Wham. Watch out.
So where are we, intrepid explorers from the Tube this week? I can give you a few clues to help you guess. We're in a country where people going on street corners is a fairly common occurrence. There's a lot of onion soup and pissoirs, and men in stripy T-shirts with 3-day growth smoking gitane cigarettes. And one more clue is that this is a country where for the last 3 days 2 words have stood me in good stead: oui and courgette.
With me little stick of black for
Well, actually, no, that's not right. As anyone looking around them can see, we're actually in Norway.
Baby, I'm your man. Don't you know that, baby? I'm your man. You bet. If you're gonna do it right. Right, do it with me. If you're gonna do it right. Right, do it with me. If you're gonna do it right. Right, do it with me. If you're gonna do it right. Right, do it with me. You're divine. Wanna take you home, make you love me, tell me it's a crime. Everybody knows where the good people go, but where we're going, baby, ain't no such word as baby. I'm your man.
So anyway, here they are, and we're on this wonderful boat with Wham. Wham. And so friendly.
That's so friendly, yes. How are you, Andy?
Now, we're going to start right at the beginning, 4 years ago. How did you actually meet? I mean, how did it actually all...
4 years ago, you're talking about
Well, you met
13?
years ago,
10,
didn't you?
12 years ago now.
1974. 12 years ago. School.
At school.
He was the new boy.
This is an old record, isn't it? I was the new boy.
I know it is, but still.
Yeah,
Get on.
we have to do it, I suppose. Yeah. No, we met at school. Just, I was, as he said, I was the new boy. I joined the school he was at in the 2nd or 3rd year, and we were placed in each other's company, not really by our
I
own
forced
choice.
myself. I'd never ever had.
Andrew felt sorry for me.
You know how when the new kids go to school, there's always someone elected to look after them, and never ever have they let me have a person. So I decided that this one was going to be mine.
So you looked after him?
Well, I wouldn't say I looked after him, but I certainly made sure that he was in my charge.
Retiring?
It wasn't really, no. I mean, there's this
Reticent.
there's this image that I
Yeah.
suppose is quite a good image that people have built on the idea that Andrew transformed me from this terrible, this lowly
Shy,
child.
retiring
I know,
with
yeah.
A fat tummy.
I was very fat and ugly and all that stuff, but I wasn't retiring. I was quite loud, really. I was quite loud, really.
We're retiring now.
Yeah, we're retiring now, that's it.
If you listen real hard, you can hear the sound of a million people switching out for work. Well, listen, Mr. Average, you're a jerk.
When did it all formulate that you'd become an actual group? Because you had a false start and then became Wham.
Oh, well, we, basically, when we met...
I'll answer this one.
Yeah, you answer this one, go on.
It was just a... music was really our common link.
Anyway.
It was our common link, and it really just progressed from there. We knew that we were going to have a band, and we got one together when we were 16, and that, as you like, was our full start. But we
didn't
soon
think
got
it was
it together.
a full start.
No.
We thought it was the big one at the time. It's actually quite good that nothing happened, because we were very amateur, but we had some kind of really commercial songs, but they were just very, very patchy. And if anybody had picked us up at the time and made something out of those commercial songs, it would have been very embarrassing to try and get, because it was like a ska group. It would have been really embarrassing to try and get out of that into what we do now, really.
Hey, sucker. married man, you're out of your head. Sleepless nights on an HP bed. A daddy by the time you're 21. If you're happy with a nappy, then you're in for fun. But you're here and you're there. Well, there's guys like you just everywhere. And looking back on the good old days, well, this young gun says,
portion pays.
The differences in lifestyle that people talk about, I mean, obviously there are large differences in lifestyle now, but the differences in lifestyle that people talk about, for most pop stars, I mean, an English pop star as opposed to an international pop star, if you've become successful as an English pop star, there really aren't that many changes in your lifestyle unless you want it. If you want change, then you make your own change, you know. Start to cut yourself off from other things. Don't laugh.
Yes.
But there really weren't any immediate huge changes, you know.
It was, as you said, it was a big disappointment. All the glamour for us, all the glamour that we assumed there'd be in the music industry, you know, as soon as we became a part of it, there was absolutely none. And it was quite a big shock in a way, because it was so unlike anything that we'd expected. I know, certainly for me. I was really disappointed with it. Still disenchanted.
Are you?
Yeah.
But I mean, you must have found it was difficult, like from going out to clubs and being able to do all those kind of normal things.
It didn't change
you
quickly.
find that odd?
Well, it
No,
didn't
it's-
change quickly for, you know,
No.
we didn't have money for the first 2 years. So it wasn't like we were thrust into the sort of positions that we find ourselves in now. It was very, very gradual, and
In terms of clubs and things like that, all you had to do is you'd go to the same places and just get a lot more drunk so that you wouldn't notice that people were expecting you to behave differently. You know, I still do it now, really. It's true, it's true.
Do you find that you have more trouble though when you go out? Well, you have lots of trouble every time you go out.
don't go out now.
He doesn't go out anymore. But you notice, look at what a healthy looking boy. Look.
Well, you're now just quiet.
He's definitely reverted.
But
to
do you think there was any element of inviting trouble, or do you think it's just when you go out and you're at a club, people pick on you if you're famous?
I mean, it wasn't a question of getting picked on. I never got picked on. It was just that or the press happened to put the spotlight on whatever I was doing at the time. You know, there were 400 other men my age doing the same thing.
In the same club.
In the same club. But, you know, I was a celebrity, and so they chose a spot like that. It's really as simple as that.
Also, I mean, if they decide to take an angle, I mean, to be honest, basically, I mean, I was probably doing something fairly similar in some other club at the same time, but they decided that Andrew was going to be... It had to be black and white to make a good newspaper story. It had to be black and white. So Andrew was going to be one thing and I was going to be the other. So while Andrew was...
I was going to be...
while Andrew was supposedly raping and pillaging, I was feeding my cat. That was the way they wanted to do it. So, you know...
No, you were at home not spending any money.
Well, that's right. Yes, I told him about that this morning.
My
Apparently,
advice is
what is it, Dr.
spend,
Vernon?
spend.
Dr. Vernon Coleman says, "Spend, spend, spend, George, before you become the Howard Hughes of pop."
Dear mommy, dear daddy, you have plans for me. Oh yeah, I was your only son. And long before this baby boy could count to 3, you knew just what he would become. When you tried to tell me what to do, I just shut my mouth and smile at you. One thing that I know for sure, bad boys stick together, never sad boys. Woo-hoo! Good guys, they make rules for fools, so get wise.
Bad Boys was intended to be funny. When I wrote the song, although it took about 5 months, it was the typical thing. You see, Wham Rap was actually written first, even though it was a hit second. So what I was actually trying to do when I wrote Bad Boys was follow up Young Guns, and that's the only record I've ever written to formula, and I think that's why I don't like it as a record. And the video is the same thing, and we'd forgotten that Wham Rap and Young Guns were supposed to be parodies of the people that we were playing. I mean, like the guy in Young Guns that's talking to the girl is supposed to be a total prat, and in Wham Rap it's
Typecast.
and in yeah, because you got to do the part, yeah. In Wham Rap it was basically the same thing. It was parody. And I wrote Bad Boys as a parody of this kind of macho image.
Then you started to sort of get sexier. Was this a very conscious, I mean, are you very conscious in all these developments video-wise?
Just happened to coincide with the time of year.
Yeah, it was that time
Bad
of year, it was
Boys was
springtime.
March,
Yeah.
and when the sun comes out, the clothes go off.
I wasn't meaning those two videos, they weren't very sexy. I was meaning things like I'm Your
Oh,
Man.
you do go ahead at a great rate,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
you?
look, excuse me.
Oh, I'm
you have
sorry,
you've just
2
chopped out
bloody
2
years.
years of our career.
We were sodding hard those 2 years.
Oh, I'm sorry, well, just talk about them then.
Come on, let's talk about the ones where we made all the money.
Fun and sunshine, there's enough for everyone. Whoa, that's missing is the sea. But don't worry, youth and sunshine. The Tropicana drinks are free. Fun and sunshine, there's enough for everyone. Whoa, that's missing is the sea. But don't worry, you can sunshine.
I don't know if you remember, there was no video for Freedom. There was eventually when we released it in America, but over here there was no video for it. We were the first record since... I think Freedom was the first record in about 3 or 4 years to be #1 without a video. Because what happened was we made a video and it was just so bad. Well, we started making a video. I turned up on the second day of the video and Andrew was standing in the middle of all these dancers that were prancing around in leg warmers and leotards. And Andrew said, look, this is such a load of crap, we can't use this. So we both decided we couldn't use it, and we'd already spent about 50 or 60
One
grand.
of those feelings where I felt I was being sucked into the earth, you know, the bottom was dropping out of my life.
And you felt incapable of saying no.
No.
Stop this dancing.
No.
So we did, we just said stop, yeah, we said, okay, that's that. We didn't make a video for Freedom until middle of last year. We did 2 concerts, and one of them was in Beijing or Peking, which is very, very, very. It's like the epitome of Chinese way of life. It's very, very strict and very socialist. And we had, as a warm-up act, as opposed to a support, we had a DJ, Trevor the DJ, who did like his break dancing and ran around the crowd and everything, and they went absolutely berserk. It's all on film. They went absolutely mad. And then what happened was, in the period between Trevor the DJ going off and when we went on, there was an announcement over the loudspeakers that there would be no more dancing or clapping. No one was allowed to get out of their seats and they weren't allowed to participate. It was actually, they were told it was banned.
Take this hand and show my fingers where my heart is. Understand, you may just save me from despair.
Did you expect there was lots of money to be made in China? I mean, did you think that was going to be opening up loads of
No, because you can't get money out of China. They said to us that if they did sell millions and millions of cassettes of Make It Big, because everyone over there has cassettes, apart from them, they don't have record players, just have cassettes. And they said that if we sold millions and millions by any chance, would we like to be paid in bicycles? Because you can't get money out of China. So, and you should see, everybody rides around on these real cranky old bicycles that people used to ride in the 1940s over here, you know. And they said, would we like them to ship over loads of bicycles? But we thought, no, they might as well just keep the money, you know, because you couldn't have sold the bicycles if you'd wanted to anyway. So no, it wasn't a very, it wasn't a financial venture.
So what was it? What made you want to go there so much?
Well, it was just, I mean, it was I mean, you know, it was like the idea of introducing a part of our of Western culture into their culture. I mean, as a real shock. It was just a privilege, you know, the idea of doing it. It's a pain in the arse as well, once we got there, but it was still a privilege to do it.
Now, what's wrong with that?
Because people are going to think it's part of the same sentence, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're all really listening, they're all hanging on every word.
Sounds crap to me, anyway.
Yeah, sure. Well, yours will be all grammatically wrong.
Mine will be absolutely scintillating. It'll be of the most incredible rhetoric ever.
I'm sure it will.
My partner George and I both feel the nature of our performance is in many ways similar to some facets of Chinese theatre.
It's this aspect of our show that we feel our Chinese audiences will most relate to.
就是生机勃勃，而且色调鲜明。这种相似之处，就是生气勃勃和充分的使用颜色。
Here we go!
Has it all been since the split?
What, with management?
Yeah.
It's been terribly easy. Without being, you know, I'm not taking anything away from, Sun and Jazz, but basically we're coping very well, you know, at the moment. There's the concert to come. The biggest organisation difficulty is playing Wembley, because playing Wembley is not an easy thing to do. There's an awful lot of organisation, but we've got good people around us that we've been working with for years, and there's no real problem at all.
So it's a kind of DIY thing?
Yeah. Wham, go DIY. Yeah, it's basically what it is, but it's all working great so far.
How do you, since Wham are about to split?
Just about to.
Just about to.
Actually, as of this showing, tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Well, as of this showing.
Yeah, it will be.
It will be tomorrow, won't it? Oh, no, of course, sorry, this is live on Friday the 27th of June.
In the Tube studio?
Just spoil it. What do you think that you'll do next?
Me personally?
Yeah. Because I mean, everyone's, you know, they think that George will just immediately carry on, but everyone, I think there's a lot of pondering about what you might do next, because you've dabbled.
Dabbled in other areas.
Dabbled in other areas, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still pondering. But one of the...
Do you feel tempted to do nothing?
I'm always tempted to do nothing. It's my biggest, my biggest drawback. But no, I have a certain talent, I feel, for showing off, and I think that we've been approached. We have been approached many times throughout the career by film people, and when the right script, when we're approached, rather I'm approached with the right thing, then I think I may.
Don't you think you'd make an extremely good, younger, thinner Sylvester Stallone? Go on, raise the eye, do the old eyebrow.
Yeah, I can see it.
This is like an anorexic Italian stallion.
Right, wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. I don't wanna miss it when you hit that high. Wake me up before you go. 'Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight.
And do you think you'll get married?
I think I'll get married one day. Yeah.
But you're engaged?
No, I'm not engaged.
Oh, aren't you?
No, I have a girlfriend, but a steady girlfriend, but I'm not engaged. And I'm not thinking about marriage yet.
Do you ever think about getting married?
I think about it. I don't think. I think, to be honest, if you're going to get
marriage for children, that's the only reason that I'd get married, is to have kids, have a family.
Andrew and I were going to get married, but somebody told us we couldn't have any children together. So,
It just flew it. Yeah, it's just not fair, is it? So close.
we were arguing over who's going to be mummy.
Everything's done.
Time can never mend the careless whispers of a good friend to the heart and mind. Ignorance is kind. There's no comfort in the truth. Pain is the whole you'll find. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat and waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
You're going to be very sad on the last concert, or do you think it'll be quite jolly?
I think it'd be very jolly, but I think it'd be very sad at the end.
Because there's this little clause here, and I get loads of money.
What, as a present, just for being naughty?
Just for being there. No, I think it'll be a bit of both. I think it'll be probably the best concert we've ever done. And I think it'll be rather sad that it's the last.
Disappointing if it isn't.
Let's just pray that it's a nice day. Let's all keep our fingers crossed that the sun shines, God smiles upon us, and Wham ends as it began, with a smile on its face.
Fantastic.
It's lovely.
Just wonderful, isn't it? Just a wonderful ending.
That is the end. That's brilliant. I loved it.
Tore at my heart, really.
Look straight ahead, that's it. Yes, sir. Oh, that's good. That's right. That's right. Go on. You know you're right.